So now go to any convenient place in your PC. Let's say out here, and you have to create a new folder. I've created this new folder named as Web3. You can see this is an empty folder. After creating this, if you want to open it, it's empty. So now what you can do, you can directly go to VS Code. You can open the folder from here. If you click on open folder, there will be a pop-up and then you can click on Web3. I've already done that. So here I have the folder. You can see there's nothing. Let's click on this. Let's write index.js. So this is just a file in this folder. Now let's start the terminal. Let's click on new terminal. Just for one more check, if the node npm and all are installed globally or not, you need to check it. So you just write node minus v, then npm minus v. You can locate the same versions as they are. This npm manager takes a bit of time, and then you can check for ganache. Should be ganache minus minus version. Okay, never mind. Okay, this is right now not installed in this, so we have to install the ganache. You can directly install it globally, or you can install it in this one only. So let's see. So here you can see we have the node, the npm. Now next we'll go for the web3. Let's check how to install web3. It's npm install minus g web3, or this minus g flag is for globally installing it. You can install it only for this thing. So npm install web3, and it takes a lot of time just because it has this C language scripting just to make it more efficient. That is totally for the back thing. We don't have to consider all of that. So that's the one thing. So our Web3 is installed with the version 1.2.11. Next up, we have to install the Ganache CLI. This is the basically how I have described it. The Ganache CLI is basically a form of Ganache. It has UI, also CLI. This is basically known as test RPC, and it's a command line tool, the same as Ganache UI. So I've already installed the Ganache CLI. This is the command though, npm I ganache -cli. So how to use it? So you have to just write ganache and -cli. Now it gives you a lot of stuff. I'll explain you what all these do so that you will get what is this ganache all about. So it's basically a test blockchain which you will have out here. Now let's see. It's just opening. It takes a lot of time though. And then it will give you basically a lot of accounts, a lot of private keys. Okay, I'll just show you how it works. So it started out here. You can see the version. Then you have 10 accounts which have been listed by the Ganache. So a blockchain is created where you have got 10 accounts. You have all the private keys of those accounts out here. Basically, private keys are used for signing in the contract. You have the HD wallet. If you just give out the mnemonic from here, you can access the HD wallet from anywhere. Then this is the gas price for now. This is the gas limit. This is the call gas limit. And then you have the port. You can see the port is this one. So let's write an instance of Web3. So how to initialize it? So you have the working and configuring of the Web3 instance. So go to the index.js file, then type in const capital Web3. We are making a constant out here which will take the Web3 node module. Now it will just go back one directory. If it doesn't find it, then it will go back another directory. Like this, it goes recurringly backwards, like to the parent directory to check for the node modules. And then it will get it into the const web3. Next, what we can do is we can make one more const web3. This is a small letter which will give out this web3 object with the HTTP provider. So for the HTTP provider, what we can do, we can just simply configure it as, and then look out for your port. You can go out here and then check out here 127.0.0.1 colon 8545. We can do this. So let's see. Let's go to our main thing, HTTP 127.0.0.1 colon 8545. So out here, as long as this much is done, now what's next? We have got this object out here, which is an instance of this Web3. Now we would like to perform some functionality on this. So firstly, we can go for the get accounts. So web3 dot eth for the Ethereum and get accounts. So out here it will get the accounts, but as this is an asynchronous function, so for implementing this we will be putting it as a dot. Then once it gets the promise back, then you have to console.log it. So I guess this is it. So this is very simple. You have to just get all the accounts which are listed out there. So let's check for this. So first you have to save this. Then what you have to do is you have to write node index.js. So this node is basically used with our JavaScript files. This is very easier, like compilation you can say. So once it gets compiled, it will give you all the accounts. It takes time due to it's a promise, so it goes through the asynchronous call method and you are getting all the accounts out here. So see, all the accounts are listed out here. Let's check our main. Okay, so you can see this is listed eth underscore accounts. So that's how you can go through it. So whatever functionality is called out here, it will go through this port. So if that port is listening, so you can get all these. Also, we can check the block number .eth .get block number, and same as it is an asynchronous function, you have to put it as .then and then console.log it. So it will give you the same thing out here in the accounts, get accounts. All these 10 accounts are those accounts which are listed out here in the first terminal out here. Wait, this is the installation. Just, yeah. All these accounts are those 10 accounts which are listed out here, and every account is entitled with 100 ethers. So you can see this is the all the accounts, and right now the block number is 0. So that's why it's showing 0. Now, if you just copy one of these, you can remove this right now, and you can write it as web3.eth.get balance, and if you just paste in the public key, or the account number, you will get the balance of that account. Let's console.log it. Okay, so we'll again run the node index.js and then let's see what's the output. So yeah, this is basically the ethers right now. Balance are basically the fake ethers. Only for testing, you cannot connect this to the main net. Ether can actually do transactions on the main net, but that is not possible because these are only test. Let's go and check on our next terminal. Okay, yeah, I've got all the accounts. Let's see. Okay, no. Accounts. So the balance, if you see it's two numbered. So if you just remove 10 here, you will get it as 100. Actually is you can also change this to two-way, which the utils are basically hashings, which will help you get to all these to hex and so basically if you go to this web3.js documentation out here, it's web3js.readthedocs.io. So if you go to the documentation, you click on this web3.eth, then you just go on scrolling down, you get a whole lot of functions, and everything comes with an example and how to use it. So I have shown you the get accounts. You can use it the same way, web3.eth.get accounts. And if you see a callback, you know how to use callbacks. So it's like this, web3.eth.get accounts and then dot then console.log. So out here, you can have a lot of examples, a lot of functions, everything is defined out here. It's not possible to cover everything in the course, but then I've given you this link. You can just go through it, and once you are surely like very comfortable with this, it will be very helpful for you. I'll show you how to implement most of them